Friend, 31 female, upset after I, 27 female, asked her to leave when I was in labor, about to give birth. How do I solve this? Original post. Hi everyone, hope it's okay that I post this. I'm part of a friend group of 8 women, ages 26 to 31. I'm the second person to have a baby. They mean the world to me, especially since I have no relatives left. We all get along great, though I'm particularly close with Jess, who I've known since high school and even lived with for a bit. This mostly revolves around the day I gave birth, but I guess it started a few months before. All of them were doing so much effort for me and I couldn't be more grateful. One friend, Elisa from now on, kept getting more and more involved though, sometimes making me feel a bit uncomfortable. Had to ask her a few times to stop touching my bump and she'd get sad. She jokes about wanting to be there when the baby was born, how magical it is, it wasn't, and lots of questions. At some point she asked me if she could join me and my partner for a checkup because she really wanted to be a part of it. I said no and asked her kindly to take a bit of a step back, that her excitement was sweet but a bit too much for us. She did apologize though, was upset. I asked her why she wanted to be involved so strongly, but she didn't really give an answer. She said she loved me and the baby, and that Jess got to be a part of this a lot more, which is true. After she was silent for a bit, things went back to normal. The last few weeks before my due date, she came around almost daily, but I didn't want to be ungrateful, plus I was bored at home. They all came often, which I appreciated. The day I went into labor, I was with my partner. I messaged Elisa that she didn't have to come, just that I'd tell her when we left for the hospital and the group something in the lines of, "This is it, we'll keep you all posted." Elisa still showed up and apologized, saying she didn't see the messages. She asked to stay for a bit because of the long drive. At some point we decided to go to the hospital though. Elisa said it was too early, could be true, she's a nurse, but I was feeling in pain and anxious and really just wanted to be there. Here's where it got intense, I guess. She just kinda started acting like she was coming with us. My partner, bless her, told her we got it from here, thanked her for all she did but that she could go home now. Elise replied something along the lines of it was no trouble, she'd love to be there for us and let's go, still intent on coming with us. It wasn't even a question. Again, my partner now flat out told her we'd prefer it if she went home, but that we'll message the group to keep everyone posted. Elisa for some reason needed to hear it from me and I said the same thing. That we got it from here, that I'll keep her post but she should go home. She didn't really move though, she stood there, tearing up, while we grabbed our bags, chargers, and so on. I should have checked, but at that point, I couldn't deal anymore. I got into our car and waited for my partner. Elisa came to my window and was full on crying. She asked me to come with, saying that it was really important for her. If Jess could be with me, why not she? And so on. I'll admit I didn't respond kindly. I was anxious and in pain, and it's no excuse, but I shouted at her to leave, to stop being so weird, that it's not about her and so on. There were some swear words in there. My partner just drove off with me. I haven't heard from Elisa since 3 weeks ago. She hasn't come to see the baby, she doesn't reply in the group chat, and our friends are saying she's incredibly upset with me, saying she can't forgive me. I don't want to mess up our friend group, but I'm at a loss. None of us know why she's behaving this way. The other mom in the group said she was a bit like this when she was pregnant, but not close to the same way she was with me. I feel like she overstepped, but I also know I shouldn't have screamed at her like I did. Do I just apologize and try and restore the peace? Do I try to talk to her? Do I give her time to come to me? I'm exhausted and just want this to be resolved. OP replies before reading the update. Just geese memes. That's just bizarre behavior. You didn't do anything wrong, and you really don't need to be worrying about her right now with a brand new baby. If she can't logic out by herself that it's your choice who's in the room when you're giving birth and she's not part of it, and that throwing a tantrum as a friend who literally just had a baby, then you're probably better off without her around, to be honest. It sounds like she's going through something, and that sucks for sure, but it's gotta be someone else's job to look out for her. You've got enough going on contra no. OOP. Yeah, fair. This behavior is not like her, at least not this extreme. I do wish I knew what was going on with her. Square minimum, negative 6,042. She did overstep. I know we are never supposed to yell at anyone, but she pushed you pretty hard. She wouldn't take no for an answer. It's hard to lose a friend, but in this case, it's just as well. She doesn't sound well balanced. OOP. Thank you for this. Aussie Alter Ego. I've no idea what her issue is, but as a random internet stranger, I absolve you of all wrongdoing. You said, no, nicely, gently, kindly, and repeatedly. She did not listen. Wanting to push her way into the labor room to be actively involved is over the line. You were in pain and stressed, and she was trying to bully her way into an intimate moment of extreme vulnerability. You yelled at her because you snapped. She had ignored you being nice about it for months. OOP, thank you for this. My mind has been all over the place. This helps. Blood Reina, does she want a baby and kind of projected that onto you? Has she recently gone through a breakup? Does she feel like she third wheels you and Jess? Just some ideas. Not sure. OOP. She does want kids. She's been with her current BF for 6-ish months, so I don't think they're at that step yet. I don't know. In response to a much longer comment by Casanova's muse, OOP, thank you, and everyone, for your reply. Seeing it all written out that way helps a lot, to be honest. How silly it may seem, I did need to hear all this. My hormonal, sleep-deprived mind was going all kinds of places, ha ha ha. Now for the update. Thank you all for the many wonderful replies, reality checks, and supportive private messages. Some were quite extreme, though I do understand and appreciate the concern. Wife, baby, and I are fine. I had decided to let Elisa be and focus on my wee little family. She actually messaged me, just kinda asking how baby and I are, not mentioning anything about what happened. Didn't really sit right with me blame the hormones, so I brought it up myself. We had a whole conversation through text, but didn't really get anywhere, though she did kinda apologize. Her reasons kept changing, it all felt like excuses. First she said I had told her she could be more involved. Then it became that she felt we were so close and I hurt her. Then it had to do with Jess. Then she was worried about how my wife was handling it. My wife is wonderful and felt like we needed her support. I did immediately correct her and she didn't mention my wife again. But we just kept going in circles. The conversation was exhausting and I just kinda ended it with that she really crossed a line, but we can try to move past it. She replied something along the lines of that she can't just yet, it's all too painful still. But she'd like to see the baby, but when it's just me and her? I refused, which I struggled with and may make me seem like an absolute bitch, and said I don't think it's a good idea just yet. Just want to enjoy my little family and changing sleep schedule. Struggle bus. She said it was fine, she'll wait till there's a group visit and will hold on to her gift till then. I still don't really know what's going on with her. I don't know if I ever will. Either way, time to move on I think, and hope things go back to normal. Though I'll be careful moving forward. Thank you for your support everyone, I really did need it. Story 2. Am I the asshole for leaving my BF's promotion party after his speech? Throwaway for obvious reasons. I, 29 female, had been with my boyfriend, 32 male, for almost 3 years. He recently got a big promotion at work, and honestly, I was really proud of him. I helped him prepare for it, supported him during all the stressful weeks, and picked up extra stuff at home so he could focus. Anyway, he threw a party to celebrate. Fancy rooftop thing, catered food, drinks, a lot of coworkers and friends, even some family, all good. At one point, he got up to give a little speech and started thanking people his boss, co-workers, his parents, and then he goes, and of course, thanks to my girlfriend for putting up with me basically being a ghost the last few months. You deserve a medal or something. People laughed. I kind of smiled, but it felt off. Then he followed up with, she's not climbing the corporate ladder or anything, but she keeps the house running and makes sure I don't starve. More laughs. I just stood there feeling like I'd been slapped in front of everyone. No mention of how I supported him emotionally, nothing about how I helped him through burnout or took on extra stuff to make his life easier. Just some weak jokes at my expense. I didn't say anything, just left, quietly, texted him that I was going home. He didn't even notice I was gone till like 2 hours later. When he got home, he was pissed, said I embarrassed him and that it was just a joke, said I was too sensitive and ruined his night. Some of his friends agree with him, but mine say I had every right to feel hurt. So, am I the asshole for walking out? Now for the top comments. Comment 1. Not the asshole. She's not climbing the corporate ladder or anything, but she keeps the house running and makes sure I don't starve. He should have stopped after a medal or something. This last bit was condescending and dismissive. You didn't storm out, you just didn't hang around, and he didn't even notice. Anyway, so was he pissed off you weren't there to clean up after the party? There are two kinds of partners. Those who build up their partners in front of others, knowing that people will tend to think, hey, what a guy to deserve such a great girl. And others who feel the need to be dismissive of their partner's contribution to their life. Most people look at the latter as, what a jerk, why does she put up with that kind of crap? He might want to watch out because he may find himself starving soon. Comment 2. How your boyfriend/girlfriend treats you in front of others is one of the biggest indicators of whether you have a good partner or not. If they tear you down in front of others, that is the true them, and they are basically a narcissist, or at least put themselves before you or the relationship. If they build you up, they are usually a good partner. Being drunk is never an excuse when it comes to stuff like this. Comment 3. All he had to do was acknowledge her legit support instead of making her the joke. And dude, if you are telling jokes, you don't get to say whether they are funny or offensive. A good sign of how that landed was the fact she immediately left upset. Stop digging and try to fix this, unless you really think she's too much of a joke to take seriously. And OP? I would be drawing all that support until he took me seriously. Let him starve. Story 3. Am I the asshole for refusing to go to the store when my significant other cooks meals for me? My significant other, male 38, and I, female 35, have lived together for over a year. His mother and our daughter, female 13, are also in the home. He is the primary cook in the home as he prefers to cook and is picky about how the food is prepared. He also does the majority of the shopping because he prefers to shop at certain stores. I also cook occasionally and pay for meals when we order out. Additionally, when I give him money to assist with bills, I give extra to help pay for food costs. I also clean the kitchen after each meal, which is not a small task because he doesn't clean as he cooks, and typically anything he touches in the meal prep process is left out. None of this bothers me so much as when he asks me to go to the store for last-minute ingredients. For some reason, he never has all the ingredients right before the meal needs to be cooked. For instance, tonight, he starts cooking pasta at 6:45 p.m., and right before he cooks, he forgot that we did not have noodles. He started planning dinner at 10 a.m. He then expects me to drop anything I am doing to go to the store to get the items. When I say no, you could have asked earlier or planned better, he accuses me of being lazy or not helpful. He does this during holidays too. Days before the holiday, I asked several times if he needed me to go to the store. Every day leading up to the holiday, he says no, then inevitably the day of the holiday, he needs a few ingredients. I ask him all the time just to be thoughtful of my time because I could end up having to make trips to the store every day due to his poor planning. I am starting to feel he does this as a way to make me earn my meal. Am I the asshole? Now for the top comments. Comment 1. Not the asshole, but I'm left wondering if he does other things that show he doesn't respect you. Is this the tip of the iceberg? Comment 2. I don't understand how someone who truly enjoys cooking doesn't keep a better stocked kitchen. Comment 3. Yeah, I'm cooking, but instead of it making your life easier, I'll make sure to punish you with a grocery run for benefiting from my princely cooking skills.